BalconyTV.
Welcome to BalconyTV Melbourne. I'm Cassie and I'm very excited to be joined here by Josh Ritter. How are you today?
Great, Cassie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And what song are we going to hear today?
I was going to play Change of Time, which is a song off my new record.
Awesome. Let's hear it. I'm going to try and do this nice and gracefully.
All right. I had a dream last night. I dreamt that I was swimming in the stars up above, directionless and drifting somewhere in the dark, with the sirens and the thunder and around me as I swam, the drifters who'd gone under. Time, love, time, love, time, love, time, love, time, love, time, love. It's only a change of time. I had a dream last night, and rusting far below me, battered hulls and broken hardships, Leviathan and lonely. I was thirsty, so I drank. And though it was salt water, there was something about the way it tasted so familiar. Time, love, time, love, time, love, time, love, time, time, love. It's only a change of time. The black clouds I'm hanging, this anchor I'm dragging, the sails of memory rip open in silence. We cut through the lowlands, all hands through the salt lands, the white caps of memory, confusing and violent. So, whoa, I had a dream last night. And when I opened my eyes, your shoulder blade, your spine, were shorelines in the moonlight, new worlds for the weary, and new lands for the living. I could make it if I tried. I closed my eyes, I kept on swimming. Time, love, time, love, time, love. It's only a change of time, love, time, love, time, love. It's only a change of time, love, time, love, time, love. It's only a change of time, love, time, time, love. It's only a change of time.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much. Now you are here in Australia touring with Simon Felice.
Yes.
You've done Brisbane and Sydney already. How's the tour been so far?
It's been fantastic. It's great. It's great to be back in Australia. It's great to be touring around with some people that you like, and the shows have been great. People have been friendly. It's been getting a great tan. You know, it's been fantastic.
I'm sorry. I did apologise about the weather before, but you were commenting that you like the cold
That's
weather.
right. Yeah. That's right. It's like I like it's melodramatic. You know.
Yeah. You can go back to the States with your nice glowing white skin.
Exactly.
Now, I do understand that your second album was actually released independently by an Australian label here. So tell me about your history or the relationship that you've had here with Australia.
Well, I first came to Australia. I was 17. I was a desperately romantic teenager, and I lived in Adelaide. My family moved here for a year and lived here, and then it took me a while to come back. I was back about 5 years ago, and now so it's been a sporadic, episodic romance. You know?
Yeah. Wow, that's so interesting that you lived here. So when you go back to Adelaide, do you have kind of your old school friends from when you were a teenager coming to the gigs?
You know, at that point, I think I was such a bucket of raging hormones. I don't know. I didn't take down anybody's number. You know?
I guess we didn't have Facebook then.
But there was a spider that lived in our mailbox, which was an enormous spider named Nathan. I gave it the name Nathan. I thought that would be cool. And so I think Nathan's probably still there up in Eden Hills, you know.
Yeah, you should just drive by him, pick him up. Now you have been touring for pretty much 2 years straight. How do you balance the touring and writing process?
Well, with writing songs, I always think that like with touring is on the spectrum. It's like light. It's like light. There's like a visible spectrum and an invisible spectrum, and there's the actual writing and putting words on paper and is just a tiny part of it. And I think that touring really is the other part. It brings in all these ideas. You know, you meet all kinds of cool people. You read books, you listen to music, and you play shows, and that's really what informs. It's like it's running into life, you know, head on, and you can't help but like pick up stuff if you're watching, and then take it home, and then write about it. I think it's kind of like one of those birds, you know, that picks up the fancy string and the bits of glass and brings it back to the nest, and that's what I think about it as.
So when you're not touring, is the writing process slowed down a little bit because you don't have that inspiration around you?
When I get home from tour, I like to think of myself as being like as a little bit more aimless and relaxed. Really, I think people would disagree with me. I think I'm a pretty tense person in general, so I like to be writing all the time, and I think it actually when I'm not doing a lot of stuff, that's when I'm writing the most. You know, whether it's in my head or putting stuff on paper. You know, yeah.
And speaking of writing, last year you released a best-selling novel.
Yeah.
So how does that change from the music industry, and how was that process?
It was great. It was really great. You know, I think you're mostly. I think I always thought I was a writer. I just found songwriting first, and that was my way of writing. But I'd wanted to write a novel for a long time, and I had stories in me that I thought would be good novels. So this was my first one was Bright's Passage, and it was such an education to write it, you know, and it just made me hungry to write more. The great thing about writing a novel is that you get this great appreciation for things that you can't do in a day, you know, like we as a culture that, and you know I feel like we grow up in a culture where you know quickness and easiness and ease of use and things like that are really valued, and there is a great amount of value in those things, but it is also nice sometimes to feel that rewarding sense of having done something that was really hard, that took a really long time, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations not only on the novel, but an amazing music career so far. And we look forward to the show at the Corner Hotel here soon. And hopefully you come back to Australia and visit your pet Nathan back in Adelaide.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
You've been watching BalconyTV.
BalconyTV.